Quick disclaimer before the beginning of this podcast. There may be vulgar language. If you want a censored version of this podcast, leave it in the comments and we will consider it. Hello and welcome to A Nerd's Perspective, the podcast where we talk about nerdy things. So, I'm Ray.
My name is Eli.
He doesn't talk like that.
I don't talk like that.
And today we are going to be talking about how our writer didn't show up, Evan.
He's busy.
He's busy, but we're still putting him in the credits as a writer, because, you know, he wrote, like, one of the episodes that once he's actually available, Evan, we are going to be putting up on this channel.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. Probably funnier than me, but you get us idiots for this podcast.
He's also a lot better at podcasting than us, so, like, I was, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Ray keeps on talking about various things that should not go on any podcast ever.
This is our fourth retry. So,
Thorf.
So there will be comedy implemented into this podcast, and it is probably going to be vulgar, but there will also be, like, facts and shit. So,
yeah, all right.
We're recording this in my basement.
What do we talk about first, Ray?
Well, do you got any, like, kind of funny nerdy stories? Like, shit that happens at school?
I can't talk. Okay.
Other than the fact that in, like, 8th grade.
Hey, Ray, let's talk about how you film to Back to the Future.
So you're not denying that story.
I will fucking shoot you.
Yeah! Okay. The intro was fine.
Or just, like, bleep it, and then you have no idea what they're saying.
Play elevator music and say technical difficulties.
Wow. Alright, let's talk about, it looks like you have your, Squirtle plushie there.
Yes, he will be joining us for every podcast, because I'm lonely.
Can't see him because it's a podcast, but he's pretty cute, Squirtle.
Yeah. AKA, he's a stuffed animal, like Disney Stitch. He's not Squirtle. It's just one of my other friends. Oh yeah, we can't say because if people at the school watch the podcast, then I will actually get sued by 14-year-olds. So, god damn it.
Just say bad word, and then every time you say that, just say bad word over it.
Here, let me like say it into the mic. Bad word.
Great. Now, we can't get in trouble. Because if I say, then no one will be able to hear it.
You didn't say anything. I'm not putting bad word over that. I'm letting that in.
Oh no, now I'm gonna sound stupid, aren't I?
Yep.
Ray, stop making catgirl noises.
I'm gonna keep those noises and put them as bleeping noises.
Just go on
bad word.
Find the moaning noise. That's the censored noise, even though it's probably worse than whatever bad word. Yeah. Okay, Ray, chill.
What should we talk about?
I don't know, probably not hentai.
We're gonna end up cutting out the entire first part. The topic of today's subject is literally us just being us and telling funny stories, even if they're not nerdy, because, you know, we don't have a writer right now.
Yeah, so we're just coming up with stuff. I forgot the word. What? Improvising. What the fuck?
I almost said discovering.
We're we're discovering new topics that have never been discussed before.
Yeah, because, wow, we have no money. But anyways.
Hey, how long do you think you'd have to slap a chicken to cook it?
How long? That's actually kind of interesting. Slap a chicken?
Because, like, with motion, you generate heat and friction, and it'd warm it up. Do you think you could, like, cook a chicken like that?
It would take years. It would take years.
It would cool down. Maybe you slapped it hard enough, and you called it like bad names.
Falco. If you slapped it hard enough and called it bad names.
Yeah, it'd get really hot in there. Like, if you don't have an oven, you could just slap your chicken. Oh, that sounds like an innuendo.
Yeah. I'm also staring at a rubber chicken that's kind of being hanged in this studio. Yeah. So, man, that thing literally sounds like an infant child screaming. Anyways.
It only slightly sounds like a chicken.
Should we call Evan and just, like, should I just call him on my cell phone and just, like, have him on the podcast for, like...
He's probably busy.
Where's my phone? Is it over on the desk?
Here. Yeah, you have to, like, crawl around to get it. Oh. Long hands. Long arms? Why did you say long hands?
I'm gonna pull up Evan's phone number, and I'm gonna see if we can call him.
Let's see if he answers, and he's probably gonna... Let's hope he doesn't say something, racy. Ring. It's ringing.
Come on, Evan, pick up.
Yeah, pick up your phone.
Pick up the phone, Evan. We know you're home, Evan.
Yeah, Evan.
I'm sorry.
Damn it!
Has a voicemail box.
He also hasn't set up his voicemail. So
after, like, however many years he's had his phone.
I set up my voicemail, like, the second I got my phone, because I was excited to get my phone. Like, I was excited to
have
it.
My voicemail is still for, like, my voice from 2 years ago.
Oh my god, it's so high-pitched. Like, wait, just don't pick up your phone. I'm gonna call you, and this thing is hilarious.
Well, they're gonna hear my phone ringing, too, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna hear the phone ringing.
Where is my phone? I'll put it on mute. So you can hear my, prepubescent voice.
What's your phone number,
all its glory.
That's your phone number, right?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, I didn't want to say it so that people didn't call you.
Hey, so I'm not at the phone right now, so, leave a message at the beep.
The beep, but, oh, sounds so stupid.
Hey, Eli, this is future, you.
Future?
Or past, I guess, talk with, past Ray. Yeah, we're just kind of, like, talking on a podcast, and we just showed your shitty voicemail of you, like, in 2012, like, going, beep, yeah. Because there we go.
Also, don't shove a chili dog up your rectum. Alright. Best voicemail. I'll listen to that in a couple of years and look back on these fond memories.
Do you want to... Alright, so, one of the funny things is, I have friends that leave me really funny voicemails sometimes. And so, I have a voicemail from an unknown caller, supposedly. That was back in 2017 that I got this. And it's so funny. Like, it's some guy talking about, like, Trojan, like, extra small condoms or some shit. And so, and he goes on for, like, 48 seconds.
Ray, you find, like, everything funny, by the way.
Yeah, I do find it funny. But, whatever. Matthew left me a fucking 2-minute long voicemail.
You don't have to play the whole thing, though, right?
This is 48 seconds.
Oh. A 2-minute voicemail.
Hey, this is Trojan calling about your order of 1,000 extra small condoms. Yeah, you didn't give us a proper address. That that address that you gave us was closed down. It happened to be the location of a child sex slave ring. So if you could give us your actual home fucking address, we've got these 1,000 small condoms lying around in packages. We need to send these shits out because no one else is ordering these memes, okay? You better fucking call back, and you better call back with the proper address, or we're gonna fucking find you, and we're gonna fucking send the cartel after your ass. You hear me? We're gonna fucking kill you. You better give us a fucking proper address, you...
Bad word.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to have the bad word noise over that one.
Yeah, alright. So...
Arnold Palmer is staring me down. So
great.
scary.
Alright.
So, what's a funny story?
A funny story is that time I got my dick stuck in a toaster.
Really?
No.
I was about to say, Eli, you'd have a high pitched voice.
Once though, I got kicked in the balls, and
talk about the time when you dropped E2.
So E2, he's like a student at
Evan Wynn. Shout out to you.
Oh yeah, so it's not a very long story. We were in the basketball court.
We should probably give context about who this guy is.
Oh yeah, he's like...
He was one of those kids who like thought he was a lot cooler than like everyone else, and he was one of those kids that just was kind of a douchebag all the time. I'm sure he's a better person now, but like
I hope
so. But but he was just kind of one of those kids. He was kind of a douchebag, and so the context of this story is that he was just acting like he could drop Eli. Like that's basically what he's saying. He was saying that he was strong enough to drop Eli, and Eli's like one of the tallest people in our grade.
Yeah,
at the time.
At the time, because now people are taller than me because I had my growth spurt like then, but now everyone is outgrowing me.
He used to be like a solid like 5 inches taller than me, and now we're like the same height.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And so whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, he was like talking a whole bunch of shit, and I picked him up and dropped him on the concrete, and then he said, I ruined his jeans, even though they just got like a little dirt on them. And he was
ruined his jeans.
I ruined his jeans, and I had to pay to buy him new ones. And then he said, "Oh, these are, I don't know, $200 jeans or something."
Oh my
God!
I have so many friends that would be like that.
He was like bragging about his clothes. He was complaining about his jeans because he like got dirt on them. But then for some other reason he was talking about all the other clothes and how expensive they were. He's like rice gum.
I feel like the point. Yeah, he's very rice gum. But I feel like the point of jeans is like to get them dirty, cause they're jeans. Like
I mean, yeah.
Like you can reuse jeans. You don't.
And I don't get what the point of really expensive jeans is. Like I guess they last a little bit longer, but they look the same. Really. I
definitely admit I have a pair of really expensive jeans. I have like a pair of like $80 jeans.
Yeah.
But like I got them at PacSun at the mall, and like, man, those things were so expensive, and they don't really even fit me. So, yeah.
Yeah, the only pants I own are
sweatpants
and one pair of khakis, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have so I have like 10 pairs of pants, and then I own like 50 t-shirts, which is way too many t-shirts, and please don't ever buy that many t-shirts.
I have way more t-shirts than you. I have so many t-shirts that I've like collected over the years, and like I don't know why, but I'm too lazy to go through them and like see which ones fit and put them through Goodwill.
Yeah, the small ones I just like sometimes if I'm too lazy to go to Goodwill, I'll just well, if they fit my sister, I give them to her, but otherwise I just throw them away. I know you're supposed to like donate it and stuff, but like you have to go all the way over there and then give it to them, and then go back.
Isn't there some kind of service that if you have like a lot of stuff that you're donating to like Goodwill, that they come and pick it up for you?
I don't know, but it's like only a few shirts at a time, so
Yeah.
I buy like saggy clothes too. Like my sweatpants and joggers are saggy a little bit. Not like showing my underwear saggy, but they're like loose. I saw one guy, and he was sagging so hard that his pants were almost to his knees, and he had to like assume an extremely wide stance just so they wouldn't go all the way down.
Me and my friends were always joking about, oh, we're sagging, and one of my friends was wearing basketball shorts underneath his jeans, and so it was like, yeah, guys, I'm sagging a little, and basically, I went up behind him, and I pantsed him, so his pants were like around his ankles, and he just kept walking. He was just like waddling with like his jeans around his ankles, like, look, guys, I'm sagging. And then we all told him, yo, dude, you should try to run. And so he just like starts running, like hopping around, waddling. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know why people I don't know if they think it's fashionable or something. I don't understand.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
About prison. So 6ix9ine, the rapper, he's going to jail, and he's like 20 what is it? Like 20 something, and he's going away for 40 something years, and then he'll get out of jail when he's 69. Which is,
I wonder if that was like a part of the like a plea bargain. Like he was just like, okay, you can send me to jail just as long as when I get out I will be 69.
If that isn't a self-fulfilling prophecy, I don't know what is.
It so is. So, man, this studio is just so dirty right now.
Yeah, but you can't hear that.
But you can't hear that.
Yeah.
We need to talk about something nerdy, otherwise, like, people are gonna click off, because it's called A Nerd's Perspective.
Okay. So, let's see. What's nerdy? NASA, the Opportunity rover.
Oh, yeah. Opportunity died. It's kind of old news, but...
Yeah, but it must be somewhat relevant because I posted it on Instagram and got 100 likes. So
yeah, like if you post anything about Opportunity right now, you're gonna get like a ton of likes because
social media tips with Eli and Ray.
Yeah, because like Opportunity was the last rover of its kind to be using solar. Because with Curiosity, they straight up just went off of solar because Pathfinder died because like sand kept on getting on its solar panels and it couldn't like get power, and so they just slapped a nuclear reactor right onto Curiosity, and that's what it's been running on.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna run for over 1,000 years because it's got that nuclear reactor just in there.
The reason I think I heard this that because the dust went over the solar panels, which is why it can't get more power. But it was only supposed to last for like 90 days. It went for 15 years. Yeah. Which is like how old I am. So it's pretty amazing.
I just realized something. Like the year that I kind of moved to Normandy Park was in 2009, and I only got in Minecraft was launched like a year after that. Because Mojang was it was started in 2009.
Yeah.
And so like when I was moving here and I was like unpacking my boxes from like Kent, Mojang in Sweden was doing something amazing and creating a game that has lasted this long. But the only problem is like the only original part of the game is the music. And there's a really good video called a tribute to Minecraft by a guy named Jay Schlatt or something. But I posted it on, like, this is the only thing I've ever used IGTV for. I posted it on IGTV, and I've just kind of let it sit up there because the way that he explained the way that the music kind of affected you now compared to when, like, you first started playing the game, like maybe back in 2009 or like in 2010 or something. It's really changed the feeling because now there's been the Redstone update. Microsoft has bought the rights to Minecraft.
Yeah.
And, like, the only original part about it is the music. That's really off topic from fucking Opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that video. It was pretty well made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I started getting a little emotional because, like, Minecraft was one of those games that it's what kind of got me into video games.
Yeah, I think the first version I played was the mobile one. My cousin showed me, like, on their tablet or something, and then I was obsessed with the game for, like, years and years.
Oh my god!
That's all I would play when I got home. When I was at school, I'd do sketches for buildings I wanted to make.
I had this amazing, like, world on my iPod Touch that I had built in Creative. I had, like, this really, like, it was, if you looked at it now, it would be so bad, but I had, like, screenshots. I was so proud of this thing because I had, like, a tower that I had, like, dedicated to one of my cousins, and, like, whenever I was in Ohio, I would just be playing Minecraft on mobile with my cousins on this world because I had, like, this big house that I had built that had, like an observation tower at the top of it, like this big observation tower, and that world was like my baby. And then I think I, like, broke that iPod.
Oh, oof.
Like, I dropped it and like I didn't back up the game files, and so I was really disappointed after that. And, like, especially after watching that video, because, like, he's talking about how, like, he got on his Xbox world for, like, the first time in, like, forever. And, like, how there's, like, a house that was built by a friend that he hasn't talked to since, like, middle school. Like, that's kind of how I felt when I, like, got on that world for the last time. Because, like, there's a bunch of houses, like, with that people I built that, like, no one uses anymore. And then the fucking iPod broke.
There really is, like, a magic to that game. It's amazing. I think now that Microsoft owns it, they do updates, and some of the updates don't really make sense. They added dolphins and pandas and
foxes are in the new Snapchat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started playing a couple months ago. I started playing again. I made on my laptop, the Windows 10 edition. I made some stuff with my sister because she wanted to play, and it's just the Windows 10 version is kind of glitchy, and so
Man, I feel like they've just kind of ruined it with Windows 10. Like, no offense to Microsoft, and, like, if God, they're never gonna hear this. Why am I saying no offense to Microsoft if Microsoft isn't gonna listen to the damn podcast? But no offense to, like, Microsoft and everything. They're a great company and they've accomplished a lot of stuff. Like, Bill Gates is just kind of a great person in general too. But, like, with Windows 10 edition, I just feel like they tried to take the glory away from Java edition and, like, the original, like, Xbox 360 edition.
Well, the Windows 10 edition is just it's just the mobile version, but kind of, like, it's basically a port of the mobile version for laptops.
Yeah.
It's compatible. The good thing is that what I like is that if you have someone with a phone, they're playing on their phone, you can go on your laptop and you can play with them.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have someone with a computer, but it's just it's really buggy right now. I got, like, a lot of stuff on the world, and then I closed it out, and then I opened it back up again, and then I was at the spawn with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty annoying, but I still think, it's a pretty good game. They added something called mine coins, I think, to the
mine
those
coins need to just go away.
It's so annoying.
It's so stupid.
And I don't like that you have to pay for like, what are they called, behavior packs or resource packs they have in the store. I think you still have custom resource packs and skins, but they have ones that you can pay to get. So
the version of Minecraft that I used to play was Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite. It was like the free version that like had minimal stuff on it.
It's like $7, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, it's like $7, and then I ended up like using. I think I like used one of my parents' credit cards or some shit like that to, like, just like behind their backs buy the game because I wanted to have the full version, but like.
Yeah, the Java edition's like $25 or something. I got the I think I got a gift card for my Google Play gift card for my birthday, and that's what I bought Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I was so happy.
Yeah.
I played that for like hours a day.
Yeah, I bought Minecraft after I started out playing Minecraft on one of my friends' accounts. Because, like, they're like, yeah, you want to try this game out? It's pretty cool. Here's my account. You can try it out. And I played it, and I just couldn't stop. I love that game. I played survival a lot, but then the computer I played it on kind of just died. I lost a bunch of my worlds to failure of equipment.
Yeah.
So.
And I used to watch a lot of gameplay videos. I watched, Sky Does Minecraft, Dan TDM, all those guys.
The gameplay videos that I used to watch were like Ethos Lab and Seth Bling.
Oh yeah, Seth Bling. I watched Yogg's Cast.
Yog Labs was like my favorite thing for so long. If I wanted to know anything about modding, like I would always do Yog Labs.
Yeah, I watched a lot of those. It'd be like pretty much on the weekends. It'd be like all I did, and I didn't have any other games at that point. I didn't have an Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. I had my mom's computer, and that was it. So
yeah, but I think Mindcrack was like this SMP server, and I think it's still a thing. But Mindcrack was like this SMP server that they got a bunch of really famous YouTubers together, and they like all would play together on this SMP, and I think it was like hardcore or something. But man, it was the coolest thing, and I wanted to join that server so bad. Like that was my dream, to become like a YouTuber that was famous enough to be able to do Mindcrack.
Yeah.
And that's what got me into doing YouTube videos. Like, I wanted to achieve that level.
Yeah, Minecraft used to be the big thing on YouTube. It was like, if like the biggest YouTubers were like Minecraft YouTubers. Now the new big thing is Fortnite.
God, kill Fortnite.
It's dying slowly. But then now it's being replaced by Apex Legend, which is like
another
Fortnite. It's another battle royale. Minecraft Hunger Games is the original battle royale. To be honest, it's I don't think any other battle royale will ever touch
the first
Minecraft Hunger Games.
Oh God, Minecraft Hunger Games was like the first. Like, nothing could touch Minecraft Hunger Games. And then, like, H1Z1 King of the Kill came out.
Yeah.
And H1Z1 was a big thing for a while, but, like, then I think the dev team just, like, shut down or something. Like, they stopped updating the game, and so it just kind of failed. And that's when PUBG started coming out, and after PUBG, it was Fortnite.
Yeah. And now it's Apex Legends. There's, like, it's...
After Fortnite... in PUBG, actually, there was this game that was a really good game, but it had a ton of potential, but it's just like you could only run it if you had like a beast of a computer, and no one played it, and it was called Islands of Nye. and it was the coolest thing. Like, you were like, it was like this futuristic thing, and there's a bunch of different battle royale games. Like, I think there's you just hit the mic stand. But I think there's one where it was like a game show type thing. I'm trying to think of what it was, but I have that game like on my computer.
Yeah.
And man, I love that game. That was really cool. That was when they like introduced like rolling and shit into like battle royale. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if cause there's not really Minecraft YouTubers anymore. I mean, there are.
Mumbo Jumbo is huge right now.
Yeah, but the people watching Minecraft videos kind of died down. I think Dan TDM still uploads videos, but I don't think he does Minecraft anymore. He does like other gameplay videos. I think
he does like Roblox stuff.
Yeah. Roblox was
it was short lived
yeah.
for that community.
Yeah, it's kind of died down. It's been out for a couple of years, I think, and it has like it has a lot of downloads, but I think Minecraft is still one of the it passed Minecraft in downloads, but Minecraft's still like the toppest grossing game, like paid, because obviously Roblox is free, and there's gonna get more downloads because you don't have to pay for it. But
what I also hate is that they've completely like adopted the whole Minecraft, I guess the Minecraft Xbox Live stuff onto like mobile, and I really didn't like that because I just hit the mic stand. I really didn't like that because now if you want to get nice skins, you have to download them off the internet, and you can do that. You can click that one, which is like a blank skin icon, but you can click that and upload something like from your phone, or you have to like buy these skin packs.
You pay through them, and then they have like also in the skin packs they have fancy ones they're like either higher resolution than normal skins, or the limbs are different to fit whatever character it is.
Yeah, like you get like these where like it's like chicken legs.
Yeah, as opposed to like the normal stuff you can do with a skin, it like add the possibilities. But I just kind of think I mean, obviously games are allowed to have microtransactions, but it's just I
feel like they just overdid it too much.
I think it's a very it kind of goes against the whole point of Minecraft.
And like MCPE, like if you want mods, you can get mods and stuff on MCPE now, but like you have to pay for them. Like it's like how people used to pay for hacks in COD. Like,
yeah. And there's like better servers now, I think, but it's kind of like the servers don't make as much sense as on like the computer, because the PE's always been harder to control. Like if you wanted to do PvP or something, PC was always the way to go.
And they hyped up behavior packs and stuff so much, which were like like the behavior of like NPCs and stuff. They hyped up so much stuff, and then they like overpriced it. And so it's just, and like resource packs, it's the same thing as like Xbox Live.
Yeah, that's what like what tends to happen with when big companies own like games. If they get too greedy, then no one's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But if they don't make any money, then they can't continue development. So it's kind of, but Microsoft has a lot of money. They don't need to charge that much.
Yeah, but they always are gonna want more money. So yeah, it's just,
that's what it's like the joke where like EA is charging for every second you look at the game or something.
But like Microsoft has kind of turned into that, in a way that they've just completely ruined Minecraft kind of for me, where like
Yeah, I mean, you can still play the full game without paying more than just the game, but like they're advertising the paid features a lot.
yeah, I just wish that they could bring Minecraft back to what it was, like to its former glory, because everyone back then, everyone loved Minecraft. Everyone wanted to play Minecraft. Minecraft was the shit. So many people loved that game because of how free it was. Like how much all you had to do was pay like one time, and then you would be in this world of like infinite creativity, infinite like happiness almost. Like, and people would play Minecraft so that they can like get away from like the stress of work and shit. Like they would do whatever they wanted in the game, and now I feel like now that you have to pay for everything in the game unless you're using like Java edition, I just feel like, man, they've really taken the fun out of Minecraft.
I think the paid microtransactions are kind of annoying, but for me, it's not like, I don't think it ruins the game for me. I think like you can play the game without buying them. I just think it's kind of a sleazy thing to do, but you know, at the end of the day, you can still play the full game for just the sale price of the game.
Yeah, you can always do that. It's just, yeah, I just feel like the sleaziness of it kind of almost like just knowing that you can always be doing something that is you can always be doing something and then have it benefit by another thing, but you have to pay for that thing. I think that thought is just kind of what.
And I feel like people still play Minecraft a lot, but most people don't really talk about it a whole lot. Like, it used to be the thing everyone talked about, and it was like all my friends played the game, and like my sister played it, my neighbors played it, and we'd like bond over that. But I think most people don't really acknowledge it that much anymore. More people talk about, you know, Fortnite or PUBG or Apex or whatever is hot that
That's hot.
that's that season.
Yeah.
They go out really fast, but Minecraft has been a thing for so long.
Yeah. It's hard to kind of deal with that kind of thing.
Yeah. There are a lot of really good games out there, especially a lot of really good indie games, but they don't get as much recognition as Battle Royale shooter number 430.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that people would prefer to play like the same game over and over than something original.
Yeah.
That someone spilled their heart out into.
Yeah. And one game that did become really famous and like is really cool is the game One Hand Clapping. One Hand Clapping, like, actually one of my relatives, my brother, wrote the music for that game, and like he poured his heart into the music for that game, and it became super successful. And that's a really rare occurrence nowadays, because some people just make these indie games and they pour their heart into the programming and like the music and the art for it, and they like spend hundreds of dollars advertising it and stuff, and then it just never gets played. And I just think that's really sad when that kind of thing happens, because I feel like all these games kind of deserve to have their own little chance at success. When really, if you don't make a certain genre a game, it's just completely, it's horseshit.
Yeah, I've tried my hand at game development. It's really hard. The programming the art, the music, all of it. Especially if you're a small team or just one guy doing it by himself.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult. I was watching this one guy. He has a YouTube channel. He does live streams. He live streams like game development, and he's really good at it. But it's still, like, it's not an easy job. And I think, indie games are really hard to gain recognition, and but they make them anyway. There's a whole lot of indie games, and I'd rather buy a lot, like, go out and, if I have some extra money, buy like
An indie game.
as opposed to buy a few indie games and play them, and if they're good, like, tell my friends about it. Then
Unless it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
unless it's Red Dead 2, yeah. But like the most big games are like $60, and some of them aren't that good. There's like good games like Red Dead, or like Witcher 3, or some like critically acclaimed games are really good that are from big studios, but there are also a lot of smaller, low budget games that are really good too.
Yeah. So, I think that the whole topic of whether indie games should be kind of the head of the market is a very controversial topic, because a lot of people do like playing those AAA, like, battle royale games, because it's fun to people. But I just feel like in some cases I will definitely take an indie game over a game like Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the battle royale genre. I just feel like it's really big, and I don't understand why.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people like make fun of it and make memes out of it and whatnot. But there's nothing inherently bad about a battle royale game. It's just it's somewhat overplayed at this point.
Yeah, and another thing is that, like, some people make fun of it purely because what they're doing to battle royale games is they're not making them better. They're making them worse with every update. And so it's harder to really like that kind of game. When Fortnite first came out, I loved that game. It was so good because of what they were doing. The way that they had made that game was just amazing. Like, I couldn't get over how much I loved that game. And a lot of people liked it too. And now, like, some people are just uninstalling, like, everywhere because they, like, don't like that game because they've updated it to a point where it's almost all, like, either money based, or it's just they're adding stuff in that is completely ruining the experience.
Yeah, I've played only a couple games, and I don't think that type of game is for me. But what really turned me away is the community.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really toxic people in that community, and it's kind of there are good products that have a bad community, but I just think that Fortnite specifically has attracted a lot of it's for kids.
Yeah.
And adults too, but it's more cartoon, like, as opposed to PUBG, which is more serious. It's like a cartoony.
It's very
version.
advertised towards kids nowadays because they've made the game easier for kids to play, and now, like, professionals don't really, like, they're having a hard time playing the game sometimes because they've changed the game in a way where it's mostly just how do I put it? It's mostly just kid oriented. It's less, like, oriented towards the people that it was originally oriented to, just people who like having a good battle royale game. And so it's hard to take that game seriously anymore because it's kind of turned into a kid's game.
Yeah, and I feel like if a good developer is able to make a game simple to understand but still have the more complex elements for professionals in it, like a lot of fighting games, you pick them up and you can just button mash and be okay, but
Yeah.
like Smash Brothers.
Yeah, but Smash Brothers is one of those cases where it's fun to button mash. It's fun to kind of it's like it's fun to do that because you really look at Smash Brothers in a way where the really good people are really good at the game, and then the people that are bad at it are just like they're playing it for laughs, like they're playing it because they like playing it.
Yeah, I think Nintendo is really good with having fun games that are fun to play. Like
they're fun to be really good at, and they're also really fun to kind of like not be good at. They're fun to be able to just kind of mess around with that game.
And so Nintendo's been around for a while, like the arcade games, the NES, and they've made a name for themselves with unique games. And I think games that like Fortnite and games like Apex and like PUBG, they're not adding that much new, and that's why they won't in a couple years they'll be like obsolete. No one will be playing those games.
Yeah.
But the companies that take risks and do something new, they will be talked about for a long time. Especially
if they become successful, like how the way Smash Brothers was created was like super spontaneous. It was just like a random game, and some creator was just like, fuck it, we're just gonna use some Nintendo characters. And Nintendo saw this, and they weren't even pissed off that they used Nintendo characters. They were like, holy shit, this is a really good game. We're going to hire you on to make more of these. Because of how well that they made the game. And that was an indie game at first, definitely. And then Smash Bros. Totally started out as like a game that someone made like in their free time at work.
Yeah, they've had a couple entries to the series, but I think it's been like the Ultimate. I don't know the numbers, but I feel like Ultimate has been one of the most successful in the series, and I think that's due to it's the same type of game, but they have more characters, but also the fact that the Switch is so unique, where they have a new feature. I've never seen this on any other console, where you can take it and you can play on your TV, or you can just use the handheld. That's like really it's innovation.
It's like a better version of what the Wii U was supposed to be.
Yeah. They took a leap of faith with the Wii U, and it didn't work that well. So they took the parts that they liked, and they built upon that, and they made the Switch, and it's really successful commercially in the U.S. and Japan specifically.
Yeah,
it's sold really well.
Yeah. As we're doing this podcast, I'm playing Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Yeah, he's been playing Minecraft for like ever since we started talking about it.
Yeah, because I've been trying to kind of recreate one of the best things that I had when I played Minecraft as kind of a kid on Pocket Edition. I had this like cool stone tower. This was actually before like stone bricks and everything. This was before they had all the fancy doors. This was back like when Minecraft Java Edition was still on 1.6.4. And I had this really nice tower that had an awesome, like, it looked like something out of a Dr. Seuss thing. But I loved that tower to bits because it was just the coolest looking thing to me. And so that's what I'm just kind of recreating right now. I'm recreating kind of what that tower was.
Yeah. I was in Minecraft. I wasn't that good at building, but what I was good at redstone. I don't know. I was really good at redstone, and I would make these contraptions where it would be. I'd watch like a Seth Bling video.
Oh yeah, I totally did that. Like that's how I learned how to do the Jeb door.
Yeah, I would make a base and put all these contraptions in them, and some of them I would get from online. Some of them I'd try to come up with them myself, and it would just be like this huge mechanical fortress
Yeah.
of redstone.
Like a redstone bunker. I was always one of those kids that like downloaded the redstone bunker maps, like the redstone houses. Man, I loved doing that. That was like one of my favorite things. That's how and like one of the things I told my parents when I was playing Minecraft as kind of an excuse to be able to play more Minecraft was, hey, I'm learning programming, because I knew all like the time set days and like the game mode stuff. So yeah, that was just like one of the things that I loved so much about Minecraft, because you could do really anything, and once they added redstone, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
I'd also play a lot on servers. I'd go on Hypixel, and I even bought a subscription.
you
on
did one of the
Hypixel.
donator things?
Yeah.
Oh my
And I
god.
got like the perks where you could like, I think it made you be able to fly or something like that.
I always wanted to do that, but I didn't have a credit card, and now that I do have a credit card, I have so many better things I could spend my money on.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, looking back on it now, really wasn't like
It's like, oh my
that
god,
good of
why
a,
did I do this?
Yeah. It was the reason I wanted to buy it is cuz my favorite YouTuber was like Dan TDM, and I saw him like he was like had some rank on Hypixel.
He had
like,
the YouTuber rank.
Yeah. And I wanted to like, you know, go on that server, and I hoped so much that I would see him one day in the server.
God, I did that almost every time I got on there. I was like, whoa, what if like what if I saw Seth Bling on one of these Minecraft servers?
Yeah.
Like, or Ethos Lab, man. The Etho did this really cool thing in his survival world where he made like a man cave. Like he made this redstone man cave, and that was his base in his survival world. And I wanted to recreate that so bad, but I just like I was not good at building, and I wasn't that great at redstone. And so what I did was I just downloaded his map because he put it up kind of like on a website somewhere, like on Mediafire. Man, I got used to the Mediafire thing.
Yeah, installing mods and
Yeah.
texture packs and all of that.
Man, I got used to Mediafire. That was like the shit. And yeah, and I remember on mobile, actually, I made this after watching the movie Hotel Transylvania. What I did was, you know how when they're driving up, there's like a scene where they're driving up, and then there's like an entrance that goes underground to where the hotel is.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I totally recreated that. I made this big land bridge that was like a tunnel, and I made like a thing where you could you took a minecart down through into this mountain, like from the middle of a field, like into this mountain, and then through this little land bridge, and then I made a giant glowstone structure, and I called it Hotel Transylvania. Because I was such a nerd. Like, I loved doing that kind of stuff. I just wanted to have a base like that. And what I did was I put little, like, pigs or, like, animals in each of the hotel rooms to kind of replicate, like, what the boogeyman and, like, all the monsters and stuff.
Yeah, I used to, when I was playing survival, I would, you know like how you set up a farm and stuff, and my sister, she would always get really mad whenever I killed like a pig or something, because she thought they were cute, and what I did, because I just wanted to piss her off, so I went into creative, I spawned like 1 billion pigs, right? And I put them in I built straight up and like built like a tube, and I put water in it, and I dropped a whole bunch of pigs in there. I spawned them in there, and then they would float up from the water and like fall out and then fall to their death.
Oh, geez.
And I showed it to her, and she was so mad at me. I don't know why I wanted to make her mad, but it worked. And
Man.
She just really loved the pigs. I don't know why.
Because pigs were cute. Pigs were,
Yeah.
like, the cute animal. And then when they added, like, the saddles for pigs, I laughed my ass off for 3 hours. That was so funny.
Oh yeah.
I was just dying. And the thing, my most favorite thing with Minecraft was making those water elevators.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
On some creative server somewhere, I have, like, a hotel or, like, an apartment building that I made. because I wanted like people to have apartments on my plot in this creative server. And so I did that, and I made this really convenient like water elevator from like the reception desk up. And then I had like a bunker like where the boss's desk was underneath in a penthouse on top.
Yeah, I made a couple worlds.
That's one of the scenes that I loved.
Yeah.
Like the sunset and sunrise in Minecraft.
But one of my favorite worlds, I thought it was so cool and I wanted to show my friends, but I was small and I wasn't allowed to have people over. So what I did was I bought a server, and I put my world on that server, and I had my friends go onto the server, and all they would do was break my shit.
Griefing.
Yeah.
Griefing was such a huge thing.
I hated that. So what I did, I spent like hours learning how to do plugins for servers, how to add like rules and all this stuff. And then my mom was like, okay, well, you paid for a month and I'm not paying any more than a month for your thing. You have to do it yourself. Pay it for it yourself. But I didn't get allowance.
Use Aternos.
It was, well, I found a couple things that you could do it for free, but they were only for an hour, and I wasn't that good at research at that point. So I tried to set up a server that was running from my desktop computer, and that it didn't work, obviously. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, okay, what if I just have them connect through the internet to my computer, because I heard that you could do that, and I spent so long trying to figure out how to get that to work. I googled it at least 20 times.
Log me in, Hamachi.
I googled it, the same question, a whole bunch of times, thinking I would find something different. It never worked, and I know you can do it, but I never figured it out. But I did get the server a while later when I got some money, and I built, it was a creative server, and I built like some floating island thing, and then I had my own like small house on it. I was so proud of that, even though the floating island didn't really look like floating island, but yeah.
Man, remember when Skyblock was a thing? Man, Skyblock was such a big thing. Like, I remember there was this one server, I think it was like Powerful MC or something, and I don't think they're up anymore. I think they went down for maintenance and they never reopened. But they had the best Skyblock thing, because it started you out with like this giant house on a giant Skyblock.
Yeah, I think the best Skyblocks are one where you start with like a 6x6 area and you have to build up.
Like with the tree.
Yeah.
And you could like build to other islands and stuff.
Yeah, that was a really difficult one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I had one of my closest friends would always be on like online on the Skyblock server, and we built like a really big place, like a big house. We had like farms and all that stuff, and I forget what server it was, but then I think the server got outdated or something, and I don't know if they're still up, but it went down for a little bit. Man, and we stopped playing.
Joel and my friend Matthew, for people listening to the podcast, Joel and Matthew are two of my really good friends, and they had this really like, it actually might have been the Matthew that used to go to our school, but they had this Skyblock that used to be super tiny, and they built it out to be so big. They had like a giant house and stuff on it, and like they would just have people come on and like have their own like privated chests, and like as mailboxes almost. And it was the coolest thing. They had a giant farm. They had a swimming pool. that swimming pool like led down to like a bat cave. Like, it was the coolest thing that I had ever seen, because they had like just been spending like over a year on this big skyblock.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I really love I really love Minecraft.
We went from like, I wonder how much time it's been.
Yeah, it's currently 6:57.
It's been like over an hour. It's been
Yeah. Most of it was just talking about Minecraft, so I guess we can call the episode something about that.
we can call it, it's like, what, like one of those really dumb fucking Minecraft, they probably can't hear me well. Like one of those dumb Minecraft clickbaity titles.
Yeah. All right. Well,
We've been going for
I think we should
an
end
hour
here.
and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it here.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to this whole thing if you're still here, or if you just skipped to the end. But yeah, thanks anyway for hearing us talk.
This is the pilot episode. If you guys would like to hear more episodes of ANP, we will be doing a Stan Lee tribute episode at some point once our writer can actually come on to the show, because we plan to have him on over Discord or something, so that because he's the one who wrote the whole basis of that episode around a tribute to the former like face of Marvel. And so he wrote like this big article up for him, and like, man, it was just the coolest thing. I have really bad burps. And so once our writer Evan can come on to the show, then we will be producing a Stan Lee. But for now, if this pilot episode gets a decent amount of views, and it and people are liking the podcast, then we will probably start doing this weekly. Maybe we might do this like every Friday or like every Thursday or something, just kind of because we want to. Because I enjoy sharing my opinion in this case about certain things, and like we talked about Minecraft for like an hour.
Yeah, we didn't even plan what we're gonna talk about, but it is, it's really fun doing this.
Yeah, and so I really enjoyed today's episode, and yeah, I hope you guys did too. So thank you for listening, and I've been Ray.
I'm Eli, and yeah.
This has been A Nerd's Perspective. Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
This show was produced by Ray Spielbender and Eli Michaud. Our writer is Evan Shropshire, and our random guy who just kind of sits around sometimes is Joel Williams. So thank you for listening. Have a nice night.